versus Pavel, because Cypher is really like cheering hard for Clawz, and it's funny that like 6 months ago when Clawz, it was about that long. It's not been long at all that Clawz has been around. Actually, maybe longer than 6 months. We kind of like, okay, I want to go into a nice little story, but they've actually finally readied up. So guys, let's get ourselves into the game. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Pavel versus Clawz here in the quarterfinals for the 125 FPS September League. I'm sitting on Clawz's point of view at the moment. He just took red, and I think Pavel spawned right below him, so he could jump down straight to the LG. He'll get it now. It's going to be an even split on the big items and the smaller items.
Yeah, and one important thing is Clawz got the exact timing for the mega health. Nose hit wasn't picked immediately, but with a slight delay.
Ooh. Pavel doing very well in that LG fight, actually. Clawz looking a bit off with his aims, so in fact it will be him who's at the slightly worse start, but there's only about 50-60 armor in advantage for Pavel. Clawz looking for some damage, gonna hit one rail, but nothing else.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to stick around taking unnecessary damage. This kind of sneaker rails he's doing this good, this safe. And right when I say it, he's gonna get hit by a rail through those windows.
Clawz is putting pressure on Pavel though. He's not letting him get like 200 too quickly. But
yeah, that's good.
It might happen soon because Pavel's down 200 armor. He's just missing the mega from the equation, and then he's completely fully loaded. And this is going to be it now. Clawz, he can't protect it. Pavel's going to jump in and be able to swipe away first blood. Clawz really wanted to keep him suspended in the air. Just hold on for a second. He had the mega timing. It just simply wasn't possible to do.
Yeah, he was caught off position a bit by Pavel, and the position where he actually died, like underground, Pavel from above with rockets. That's a very bad situation to be in.
I'm enjoying Pavel's delay of the red armor right now. I think it's great. No need to take it, and he eventually does, just because he wants to give himself time to get to the mega health, and obviously not let Clawz steal it behind him. So he's really not obsessing over the items right now. He's looking more for opportunities to do damage, which I'm definitely a big supporter of. And if he can keep doing it, he's got to delay the next red armor, otherwise it's going to be clashing again. So keep looking for some damage. You could even drop down and really gone aggressive. And there's a 4-second gap between them.
That's enough if you go fast.
If you go fast, like, you'll definitely be able to do damage at the red armor afterwards. Like, that's the one. You might not get the item, but, you know, as long as you can do great damage, give yourself that chance, then I think perfect.
We'll see if Clawz now knows how close the split is, and if he's gonna stick around at red. Nope. It's gonna be both items for Pavel again. Clawz just hitting those rails, but not doing anything else.
Well, the one thing he is also doing is not taking any damage up until this point, so I think it's been fantastic that he's actually managed to hold on to so much armor. He's on 100. Pavel's on, well, just over 100.
Slightly better.
Actually, Clawz on a very even stack right now. He should position himself to get one of the big items or be able to do a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, and the red armor is already up. And I think Pavel might be going for it, yep.
Yeah, Clawz was looking for some weird damage, Pavel being on the other side of the map at that point. Yeah, Clawz actually doesn't have a damn clue where Pavel is. He just hears some rockets being splashed and now knows. But let's go over to Pavel's... well, I don't know which point of view Ducky was on, but I'm switching back over to Pavel. And maybe he's going to be able to hunt it down. It's a little bit of a standoffish kind of play we're getting. They're going very, very slowly. Neither player has more than 1,000 damage 4 minutes into the game. But over here, nice entry rails from Pavel. Already done enough damage. Going to drop down with the LG. Clawz keeps hitting rail shots. Eventually will die. But this is a huge amount of damage that Clawz has done.
Yeah, that was a pretty even fight. It looked like clearly to be Pavel's fight from the beginning. But I was surprised to see him go under 50 health.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like how these guys are playing it. They're paying a lot of respect to each other. Neither are making any dumb moves, and the fight Clawz took, it was risky. He managed to deal a lot of damage, but didn't just pay off enough.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't take the entry rail from Pavel, then it could have been a very different fight. But then again, if Pavel didn't hit the entry rail, he might not have actually wanted to commit to it. But he knew that if he didn't do anything, it was going to be just a free red to give away. So he had to do some kind of damage, basically. Otherwise, Clawz would be contesting the control way too hard. Again, Clawz hitting a couple of sneaky rails, but he really wants to play this defensively, and you can tell this means a lot to Clawz. He wants to win this first map, and he's going to do anything in order to do it, even if it's going at absolute snail's pace. He sees the red up, and Pavel not around, so happy days for Clawz. It's a rail for a rail in the end, but that's something that Clawz is happy to work with. Stacks are they're very, very even right now.
Very equal, yeah. Not after that rail, though.
It's still a very slim advantage, though, that Pavel has. I dare say there is one. Pavel, who's going to drop down. He wants to go over to the Mega. Good move. Very quick. Takes no damage. Going, well, through the corridor. And again, very even. But it is Clawz who gets hit by the rail shot. Pavel following up, but he misses a lot of damage. Clawz might want to set up early for red armor. This could be very interesting.
I think that was a good move from Pavel to just immediately run away from that fight. And,
oh my god, the LG from Clawz is just ridiculous! Did you see that?
I saw it from Pavel's point of view, and he was just taking a lot of damage there. And finally, Clawz with a conversion frag right afterwards. Even game again.
I like that he didn't stick around to the Mega. Pavel would have got himself on the railgun just then, so Clawz just moves back. He's going to get himself to top yellow, so he's getting good resources and now can challenge for this red. But if he hits a LG like before, then there's no doubt he would be fine. That LG to get his first kill was unparalleled.
Yeah, it was pretty damn sick.
Let's have a look at the stacks again. Actually, Clawz ahead and only
not
on health
much
at the moment. Yeah, not enough to really count. I mean, one person gets a rail, the other, it could be very different for them. Clawz just got the red armor. Mega got left up. Clawz has picked up the timing on it, but Pavel now looking quite healthy himself. I'm just having a look at the items, and Clawz has only had one Mega this game. He's had 5 reds. The items have been vastly in favor for Pavel. He's also trying to hold on to this red. Moving back with the LG. Doesn't pick up the item, but he's going to get the kill, and that's what counts right now. Top yellow's up, so he could go up there and, well, profit nicely. But with the Mega in a second, is he going to jump back down? Is he going to try it again? He doesn't. Pavel picks up the next Mega health, leaving Clawz will still only 1 Mega to his name this game. About 5 seconds until red. Pavel, what are you doing over there? This is such a dangerous place to be. You just gave up your life there for nothing.
Yeah, especially after picking up the Mega health without taking any extra damage. I think that was a very bad move from Pavel there. Jump pads are always a suicide if there's an opponent on that top.
Yeah,
but
2 bounce pad deaths in a row now. Like, I can't get my head around that.
Weird moves.
Pavel might be going back to the Mega. Clawz wants to chase over, does not want to give away this free item. Pavel's on the sideline, and that's just going to be an easy chase. Clawz manipulating Pavel's movement perfectly. He's going to jump up. He's looking to continue building a scoreline up. He's just going to meet him through the teleporter. Pavel might win the race to red from that. Oh. That was so sick, that rail, once again. Lower yellow's up, actually. And Clawz is just... Okay, what the hell's going on with it? What is going on with Clawz's aim?
Everything. Oh my god.
GG! That's it.
That kind
Clawz
of aim
takes it.
Makes people forfeit.
Yeah.
In the middle of the game. I mean, his LG after that one good fight, where you were saying like his LG was just damn incredible. His LG accuracy was 36, and now he's managed to raise it to 40. After that
I think it was less than 36
it was
before that fight
less
as
than
well.
36. I just didn't check it earlier. Still hitting a lot of that LG.
But at the beginning of the map, like, Clawz's aim was not impressive. I mean, I'm not just talking about the LG, I'm talking about all the weapons. He wasn't really hitting a substantial amount. To be honest, the players weren't even looking for damage that much. Clawz was so busy just hiding and just waiting for that moment to pick up an item or to actually, like, he was really just trying to figure out how to play Pavel in this moment. And then when kind of Clawz got into the game, as we saw, he's just hitting ridiculous amounts. Pavel's not really like the guy who hits all of the amazing shots and all that stuff. He's a bit closer to sort of Agent in that respect. I feel like Agent, Ash, and Pavel share fairly similar styles. They kind of like branch off each other, but very much thought-heavy play. And unfortunately, as it got to like the second half, Pavel just, I don't know, he was making the wrong decisions. We saw those bounce pad plays, a little bit desperate at that point, and getting maybe quite discouraged and demoralized after that crushing defeat from the LG, which allowed Clawz onto the board in the first place. Like, you lose that fight, and you kind of lose your mind anyway, because you think, what the hell? Why did I lose a fight that I should have just owned in? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Madness.
Psychology is definitely an important part of Quake.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're getting into the second map. Furious Heights this time.
3, 2,
This is a chance for Clawz to increase his lead a little bit in the series. We've seen him absolutely demolish Cooler and Yayo on this map during the secondary group stage. Can he do the same versus Pavel? Although it is Pavel's map pick, so one would assume he has some tricks up his sleeve. But look at that, Clawz showing a lot of aggression off the beginning. Is he going to keep going? The 50 health bubbles up, but he couldn't prevent Pavel from taking it and will allow Pavel to get the kill. Lacking respect in the choke points. Pavel probably wasn't even expecting Clawz to follow him then.
Yeah, I mean, Pavel was in a very good position right next to 50 bubble. I think it was a big mistake from Clawz to push onwards from that point.
He got like overconfident. He was like, right, I just hit loads of LG. Now I'm just gonna push in because, you know, he kind of that feeling of
could have been a slight
immortality.
miscalculation or something. We don't know.
Some
But
really
what we
nice
do
shots
know,
from Pavel.
it's 1-0 now, or 2-0, I mean.
Yeah. Very quick work done by Pavel. Clawz, I think he might just have to revert back to the strategy that he was using on Sinister and play as slow as possible. But I don't think Pavel wants to let him do that. Getting another kill, finding him at the top yellow, that's another like big trap area. If you go in there and your opponent's nearby, it's very difficult to get out without taking damage. On this case, without dying. Oh god. It's gonna be another. He can chase through this choke point. There's no problems, no rockets to worry about. That is now 4-0. And if Clawz doesn't have some kind of backup plan or, you know, a way to get in control soon, then this is just giving up a big lead to Pavel for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, 4 frag difference in the first 2 minutes is already quite much. But we'll see. Maybe his plan is to take out the LG and hit amazing amount, like in the previous map. But that's not working right now. I think going for that Mega was a bit too optimistic from Clawz's part.
I don't think he expected Pavel to come in the room so quickly. Maybe he felt that he had the extra second to do it. Pavel missed like the really easy vertical rail in the rail room, and then he managed to at least make up for it with that. But okay, Clawz's LG again, just insane. But
That
you
was
know, when
looking
Pavel's
bad for
200, yeah.
I mean, when he was switching his weapon in the middle of the fight, that was a bad moment, but Clawz had so little health it didn't matter that much.
Exactly. And now Pavel is healing himself up very nicely. It seems that, you know, he wasn't really risking that much of these fights, which I really like. Red armor is up right now. Clawz trying to, you know, zone out Pavel a little bit, but there's only so long he can do that for. And Clawz can hit some more rails like that, then I'm sure that there's a bright future for him, at least for some parts of Furious Heights. But Pavel just not giving him any inches on this map.
Yeah, and Pavel actually putting a lot of pressure on him, even chasing through the choke point there. Even though there's no items up yet.
Love the drop there from Pavel. And he's going to just move into the Mega Room, but I think he's neglected the red for too long. Clawz is actually going to come in and try to do damage. He can jump down and get himself the red armor right now.
This could be a very important moment, but Clawz not going for the armor. Is he just setting up a trap? It's a trap, and Pavel manages to hit the dive rocket. He needs a health bubble, but he can't go for it immediately, because that's what's going to happen. He's gonna get electrocuted. Clawz with his first frag now.
It's a big shame for Clawz that he wasn't oh no! Back down to the negatives. It's a big shame that he didn't take the red armor much sooner, because it was up for a whole lot of time. And Clawz maybe hasn't got his eye on the items enough, and that's really why he did well on Sinister, because he was able to keep track of Mega and Red and plan his attack very thoroughly. He's kind of getting a bit flustered right now. Oh, nice little move there from Clawz. Oh, I love it. Great damage. You got the red up. Oh, the rail shot. Clawz, why didn't you check the sideline again? 27 HP. The Mega's up in the moment, and that kind of rules out Clawz from challenging
Yeah,
the blue bubble.
He has no business to the Mega Room.
Rushing his rails as well. And he's sure, he's taking some really nice flicks sometimes, but sometimes you've got to stabilize. He gets the drop down. Red's not up for a few moments. He gets the direct rocket in the end, so Clawz is back on 0. This is his second kill.
Yeah, that would have been a very bad situation for him if he would have missed that rocket. Like, switching to rockets mid-fight and dealing like 20 or 30 damage with it. That would have meant Clawz would have died easily, and Pavel would continue with the control. But those are the kind of risks you need to make when you're losing the frag rate so much.
Right, just been taken. Clawz is just gonna move in. He's not giving that much respect to the plasma gun. Pavel a little bit weaker right now. If Clawz hits one rail, then he is in great shape. There's definitely a chance for Clawz to come back from this and for him to like make up for all of the horrible just throws early in the game. But I wonder if Pavel's going to give him those opportunities. He's got to be so careful and so aware of everywhere that Clawz is moving. Mega's up. Pavel gets it. Oh.
Stealing the Mega and getting some extra armor will definitely slow down Clawz from for the next kill. I think Pavel really knows how to play this map defensively as well.
Nice pick up there for Clawz, almost getting hit by a lot more grenade damage then. I like the grenades that Pavel used, but unfortunately for him, he didn't really get much from that. He's on 100 health and actually just rocket jumped away the rest of his armor, so he keeps on taking the Mega. Like, Clawz keeps on giving away that item. He's getting damage pretty much every time that he gives it away, but is it enough? And that was a horrible drop maneuver there from Clawz. I don't know what he was thinking of just then. That was a dirty fight.
Yeah, he just lost the red armor and didn't deal much damage to Pavel at all, when it could have been a frag for Clawz.
I mean, sure, if his LG was perfect going down, then it could have looked really nice, and we'd be praising him. But it was just really rushed. He knew he wanted to get a kill, and he knew he wanted to drop down for the red. But I don't think he should have been doing both at the same time, or trying for both at the same time. And the Mega's up once more. Yeah, 3 Megas for Clawz, 9 for Pavel. And it's pretty consistent that way over actually both the maps that we've seen so far.
Yeah, and even though Clawz has lost control again, at least he's not leaking any more frags. I think that could also be Pavel playing a bit more passive, but just when I say it again, another frag for Pavel, 7-1.
Yeah, you know what? I think it might be getting close to game over right now. Clawz is making some more rushed decisions. And I think this shows just a little bit of the inexperience from Clawz, and maybe letting the feeling of the game just get to him a little bit. There was a lot of things early on which he didn't need to do, and he put himself out of position a lot. And Pavel's really been able to just, well, as we can see, destroy him.
Yeah. It was like -1 twice in the game already.
This doesn't remind me at all of the Clawz that we saw play versus Yayo and Kula on Pure Heights. This is an extremely different result, and he's playing very differently as well. I'm sure Cypher is going to have some words for him.
I like this positioning of Pavel, just avoiding those angles and just playing a few of those precious seconds before eventually going down.
His LG though is just... He's saying 42% right now, but it's his dodge as well that is so impressive on top of that. We need a pause. So we got one. We got one at the moment on the server. Clawz is just like 999 completely. There's just over a minute left, so hopefully Clawz is gonna be able to make it back soon. But I doubt that we're gonna see this map replayed. To be honest, with this little time left and this score difference, it wouldn't make sense to play.
Yeah,
again.
I'm thinking of the same. I'm just wondering what's going on again. Didn't we see a similar situation earlier this week?
Oh yeah.
Like player disconnecting. Was it Pavel actually?
I'm not actually sure. Game's still paused, but I think we'll get it unpaused and we'll see what's up. Pavel, aka Pasha. I think that like it's quite hard to conclude what's going on, but I can vaguely, with vague confidence, give the announcement that GG 1-1 now in this series, and we're going down to a best of 3. We'll wait and see exactly what the decision is, though. The remaining maps are Toxicity is the next map that's been picked by Clawz, and then it's going to be Battleforge, and then possibly Aerowalk.
Yeah, I still think the pick of Battleforge as the 4th map is interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to be honest, because we've got it guaranteed now, basically, providing that counts as a win for Pavel. Then we have a guaranteed 4th map, which is interesting. Cyber's just telling me that there's a problem with the internet. They have this. Him and Clawz have the same provider, and he's saying that it takes 5. He says it takes 5 minutes apparently. So, thank you, Cyber, for telling me this stuff. If it takes longer, then I guess we're just going to move over to Cyber versus Evil, because I know that we've got them sitting on the sidelines, ready and waiting to go. Rotate watch video on the phone while at the beach. That's what FNX was doing in GTM when he was in Spain with his girlfriend. He was just watching Quake on his phone. Got a nice phone though, so kind of jealous. But
I wish my connection was faster, so I could actually watch Quake with my phone as well. I mean, I need to turn down the quality too much to make it actually watchable, but